Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Qwilfish. Qwilfish is a very cool Pokemon. It actually has so many different tactics that you can do that I think it is actually a very much suitable Pokemon for Draft League format, although some of its stats are a little bit underwhelming. So we have low special attack and low special defense, but we do have, sorry, that was kind of a sudden gas escape from my lungs. We have got relatively good speed and relatively good defense, as well as pretty good attack as well. So, you know, that can work quite well for you. And okay HP, I suppose. But yeah, this is an update video for Qwilfish. There was a previous video I made, so if you want to go and check that out, it is in the corner on right now in the card. So I would recommend you go and check that out, obviously at the end of the video, because I've got 4 sets here for you today as well. Also, whilst I'm doing a bit of plugging, if you could like the channel, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, that would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it. Okay, jumping back onto Qwilfish, we have got the first set here, which is a Leftovers Intimidate set, basically setting up spikes and toxic spikes, the idea of this set. So on here we've got Intimidate. Intimidate lowers the attack of the opposing Pokemon. Now, fantastic ability in general. And we've also got access to things like Swift Swim, which will double your speed, and also Poison Point, which your contact moves give a 30% chance of poisoning the opposing Pokemon. So really, really good. Typically, it can work very, very nicely for you. All 3 of them. In this scenario, I think Intimidate is the best. Move-wise, we've got Spikes and Toxic Spikes. Now, Spikes, you can set up to 3 layers, and on the 3rd layer, anything that is grounded will take 25% damage. Now, if you have a Pokemon with Gravity, for example, Qwilfish, I know learns Gravity, you can ground basically any Pokemon and cause them to take 25% damage when they come in. You've also got Toxic Spikes, which 1 layer of Toxic Spikes will poison the opposing Pokemon, 2 layers will toxic the opposing Pokemon, so that can work very nicely for you. Also, just beware of obviously Steel types won't be affected, Levitate Pokemon won't be affected, Flying type Pokemon won't be affected unless they roost, and also Poison type Pokemon will absorb the Toxic Spikes when they come in, so do be cautious when playing Toxic Spikes. Obviously, if they've got Poison type Pokemon, it is a bit more risky to play. We've then got Scold, which it does go against kind of Qwilfish's low special attack, but it does have that playoff of being able to burn the opposing Pokemon, giving 30% chance to burn the opposing Pokemon. I think that works very, very nicely, especially as quite a defensive mon. And then you've got Taunts to allow you to stop anything from setting up, so anything for recovering, for example, if you're toxic it, for example. EVs. There are a couple of ways to run this. I've gone for max HP and max speed with the timid nature, just in case you want to get those spikes off first, for example, or a Scold off first, try and get that burn. Or you could run max HP, max defense with a impish nature, sorry, not impish, bold nature, so more defense and less attack. So there's either way you can run those. Moving on to the second set we have Qwilfish. Now we have Swords Dance on here. Swords Dance will double your attack from 289 to 578. I think that would be, obviously making it very, very high. You've then got Aquajet, powerful water type move. It is a priority move, so it can hit a lot of different Pokemon for a lot of damage, but you could replace that with something along the lines of Waterfall or Liquidation. We've got Poison Jab. Poison Jab, which another strong stab poison type attack. It hits things like Fairy types, which are very prominent in the metagame. And finally, I've gone for Scale Shot. Now, Scale Shot will lower your defense by 1 stage, but it will hit and cause damage to the opposing Pokemon up to 5 times, and it will also then raise up your speed, so you can become faster as well as more powerful in your attack, and that will allow for you to become a sweeper in most scenarios. So Scale Shot can work very nicely for you on this set. I've also put Life Orb on here. You don't have to go Life Orb. You could go like Leftovers or something if you wanted to. But I think Life Orb just allows you to get that little bit more power out of yourself with that trade-off, that little bit of HP. I have gone for Poison Point here. Now, Poison Point probably works best in this scenario with having the 30% chance to poison. Obviously, if you're going to go for Swift Swim, I would probably take it off Scale Shot and go for something else. Just because you're going to have that double speed anyways. Obviously, that only really works if you have like a Drizzle user like Pelipper or Politoed. EV's gone for max attack and max speed with a Jolly nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. Or if you're going for the Swift Swim version, I'd recommend going for Adamant instead. Now, you can always replace Swords Dance with Fel Stinger in this set if you want to. Now, Fel Stinger, if you take out the opposing Pokemon, you get a +3 in your attacks. That gives you more attack, but it is much more situational, so it's something for you to consider. Moving on to the next set, I have, as I just spoke about, we have Fel Stinger. So Fel Stinger, as I said, when you knock out the Pokemon, it gives you a +3 in your attack. Now, from 317, that goes to 2.5 times. So you go to 634, 700, and I don't even know. I think you're close to 800. So that is a very, very high attack stat at that point. So almost 800 attack. Then you've got obviously Fel Stinger, which you can use again and again if you want to. If you've got kind of that +3 and you've got another Pokemon that comes out that could be taken out, you could go up to +6, which means you'll be able to have a sky high attack stat and not many Pokemon will be able to get past you. Again, I've gone for Intimidate as the ability here. You could go for Swift Swim. This is always an opportunity for Swift Swim, but the Fel Stinger opportunity kind of to coincide with the Swift Swim might be a little bit difficult to pull off, but never say never. So yeah, you can do it if you want. You've got leftovers because you probably will take a hit or two with this set. We've got Liquidation, powerful water type attack. I've put Aquajet as a priority water type move. I think that will work very nicely, especially if you've got that +3. The Aquajet is going to do a lot of damage to a lot of Pokemon, especially if it's a late game. And finally, I put Throat Chop on here just because I thought Throat Chop works quite nicely. It is a powerful dark type attack and also stops sound moves from happening. So things like Hyper Voice going into Throat Spray, that can be stopped. And I know a lot of Pokemon run that. So for example, like Kommo-o, Flygon, we've seen a couple of ones do that. Even things like Blissey could do that as well. So those are some options for you. EVs, max HP, max attack and max speed, adamant nature, some more attack, less special attack. Could go for Jolly if you wanted to. You could even go for the max HP, max attack with adamant nature if you want to go for more of a bulky set and then get that Fel Stinger set up and go for the Aquajets. So it's up to you how you decide to run it based on what your team's looking like already and based on what your speed tiers are looking like as well. And finally, we have a Dynamax set for Qwilfish. So I will admit this is a little bit quirky of a Dynamax set, but we're going to see how it works. You can see how it works. It does work, but it is a lot more quirky, and it's got a lot of kind of gears moving in directions with this. So I've put leftovers on here, and I've put Swift Swim as the ability. Now, when you Dynamax, your Liquidation will allow you to set up the rain through Max Geyser, allow for your Swift Swim to activate. So that will cause you to have double speed for however long during the match. Now you can always put like the Damp Rock on here, you can put Terrain Extender, you can put a whole variety of items, leftovers, red card, Choice Band, any assortment of berries, weakness policy, lots of different things. You've also got Shockwave. Now when you Dynamax, you can go for the Shockwave to set up the electric terrain. Now I know this makes it a mixed step, but that is specifically to set up the electric terrain. You won't ever use that after that. And then you've got the Steel Roller, which will destroy the electric terrain and allow for you to be able to do more damage to the opposing Pokemon. It does a lot of damage. It will destroy the terrain and can work quite nicely. Then we've also got Reversal. Reversal will turn to Max Knuckle, increasing up your attack stat, which you can do 1, 2, or 3 times depending on what your scenario is. So that can work very nicely for you. As I said, lots of different kind of opportunities to run with this one. It could work a little bit in and out. You could always go for like the previous set, like have Fel Stinger on here instead of like Steel Roller and Shockwave, and you could possibly even go Throat Chop or whatnot and have a little bit more of a variance, but that's up to you what you decide to do. EVs, you can go for max attack and max speed, or you could go for the plus speed nature. You could go for max HP, max attack. There's a few different options of running that. I've kind of gone through all the options before, so if you want to do any of those, you can. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.